25-22. What a first set, Michelle. First, it was FEU starting off strong, building a 5-point lead at 9-4. LaSalle came back with a 12-2 run, and we thought, dire-diretso na. Then, FEU came back on a timeout from Coach George Pasqua with their own 8-2 run. Nakita na tayo hanggang sa dulo, and then bumitaw itong FEU sa dulo.
A lot of inconsistencies that we see right now from both teams, from both sides of the court. But it was FEU in that first set, Boom, who was more consistent in more areas of the scoring department, such as their attacks and their blocks. And they really checked DLSU a lot of times. Their attacks had so many variations. Kyle Negrito, Jel Cayuna using a lot of their spikers in the front row, and on the side of DLSU, medyo nagkulang talaga sila sa blocking. 0 blocks for them in that first set, and 4 for FEU. 4 big statement blocks for them. They had more attacks, but the service aces of DLSU, you know they are good in serving, but 5 of those came from Jelena De La Cruz, but she also ended the match. So it's the timing when you score a point is also important, not just getting back on that scoreboard or raising your stats. It's when you score it, like Ivana Aguda a while ago only had 1 point,
pero yung
but
timing,
crucial yung point niya na yon. So it's very important that both teams right now coming into the second set being mindful of when they commit their errors and when they get their spikes across the net.
If you're LaSalle, you're the second best blocking team. In many years, you're always either second or first. 0 in the first set. Does that concern Coach Ramiro De Jesus, rather?
Definitely, Boom. He said it a while ago that talon lang sila ng talon sa block. They weren't timing it well. They weren't looking at their hitter or looking at the ball. So you want DLSU right now. FEU is gaining confidence. You want to be able to stop them with just your block. Time check lang yan. Papagalin mo lang yung mga atake. If you can't outscore them, you have to be able to defend them.
Great attack there by Duki. To start off the second set, we are live on SNA and of course available in high definition on SNA HD and Liga HD and on the #1 sports website in the Philippines, sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/UAP, and of course on I1 also. So we are greeting all of our volleyball fans all over the Philippines, all over the world, watching us in all of our platforms. We're happy to have you with us on this Sunday afternoon. Match number 56 is the final match of the elimination round. The interested spectators today, Michelle, are the UST Golden Tigresses. They are watching this with their keen eye because the result is going to be important for them, and we'll talk more about that later. May Luna muna magpapakitang gilas on that kill.
Quick change of the starting 6 over at the side of Coach Ramil. May Luna coming in for Des Cheng. It's the same lineup for FEU. Cayuna on the other side, really using her middles in that first set, getting Karangdan involved in the offense of FEU. Really changed up the blocking of DLSU. Kaya nalilate yung mga blockers humabol sa mga sides, sa mga open and sa opposite ng FEU dahil na kumakagat sila sa quicker like Karandang and Villarreal.
So hindi naging predictable na puro open lang. Cayuna this time opens up to Ginoo, but De La Cruz was there to shut the door.
First block for the DLSU.
You are right.
In this whole game.
You are right.
And that rookie, Jelena De La Cruz, not showing
any fear at the net.
Yes.
Sydney Crespo will report from the FEU side right now. Sid?
Yes, Boom and Michelle, just when the team captain said they need to show the same intensity as the defending champions, the Lady Dams were able to start the game with a 5-0 run. But after being rocky in the middle of the first set, Coach George reminded the girls to play more convincingly, starting with their receive. Sabi nga ni Coach George, rule number 1 natin yan ngayon, walang bibitaw sa service receive. Coach George didn't want to waste their 2 weeks of training, including the whole week, and instead maximize this chance to invest some momentum before entering the semifinals. Boom and Michelle.
Duda quick. And then, pag nagbalik ka, hindi pala yung open. May variation ka, isang open, tsaka isang dos. O kaya tres. Hindi puro open na puro open, ha?
Early timeout by Coach George Pasqua. As the lead is at 5, 1.
You know, Boom, in this game, you can be 4 points up. You can be LaSalle with having 6 points up a while ago. But you can't be too complacent because both teams right now are really doing a good job in each area that they're assigned to.
Doon naman tayo sa kabila. Makibalita kay Ayana Perlas from LaSalle. Ayana, go ahead.
It may have been a tough set for the Lady Spikers, but the girls are still optimistic about today's game. Boom and Michelle needing to win this match. The Lady Spikers may be giving it their all and showing us how much they want that twice to beat advantage. But, of course, Coach Emil knows that they can do better. Living up to the hashtag of the game ng Lady Spikers ngayon, hashtag carry each other DLSU. It was evident that the girls were communicating and contributing as much as they could, but the girls were just having trouble with the ball. Now in the huddle, Coach Emil was pleading for the Lady Spikers to work harder, especially with their passes, keep communicating and to keep that energy high, especially if they truly want to get that advantage. Coach Emil uttered na, just like what you said, Boom, non-bearing game nga ito para sa Lady Tams, pero nandito sila para manalo and of course to boost their morale for the semifinals. Your thoughts?
Yeah, teams are sharpening up. Second kill block, second block for LaSalle to give them their biggest lead of either set. 8-1 is our score. Well, I mentioned earlier that you can access us and watch us on iWant. And if you want not just volleyball, but different kind of sports, you follow the sports covered. You can check out the iWant Sports section. Just one click, it's the newest section. It's been available, so if you haven't downloaded or updated your iWant app yet, please do so via the App Store or the Play Store. Log on to iwant.ph. Now, in the meantime, 8-1 is the score for LaSalle. Make that 9-1. What has changed here for LaSalle, Michelle?
The blocking definitely, Boom. They had 2 blocks in just this set alone. 0 in the first set. They're making a statement right now. 3 points right now for DLSU. And they're making a statement na kaya nilang mag-adjust agad. And ngayon naman ang FEU medyo nahuhuli sa adjustment. Credit that to Heather Gino, that last point going through the block. But medyo nahuhuli sila when it comes to receiving. DLSU gaining more confidence right now in their services. Nilalakasan na nila yung mga service nila as compared to the first set.
Of is naka-rundown serve. De La Cruz with the approach. And a perfect hit cross court from the opposite side. (10-2). Matching their biggest lead. So if they win today, they take the twice to beat second spot at number 2. If they lose, UST will contest that number 2 spot on Wednesday against them, which will set up the virtual best of 3 between the two of them. While FEU will go up against Ateneo regardless of the results of this game. They want to win so that they can be sharp for the number 1 team, and that's a very sharp drop shot by Heather Gino.
Great decision there by Heather Gino. That pickup by Durantes led to this very smart play by the FEU Lady Tamaraws. A triple block right in front of her, and she just knows where to go. You've said it in the start that this is her best season so far, and you really see it. The maturity, the difference in the Heather Gino that we see in season 81.
And you praised Jelka Yuna earlier, Michelle, and she is now helping her team now come back here in this second set. A 1-2 play. The left hand and the lead that was at 8 is down to 5.
Yan naman po yung ginagawa. Hindi mo pwedeng gano'n, no? Ultimo yung front line yung setter, hindi mo nababantayan. Maroon na yung setter, iniwanan nyo na. Okay? Then right din yung depensa. Okay? O, sige. Alagaan niya yan, 5 points. Alagaan niya yan.
Both coaches have called timeouts here in the second set. Earlier today, if you missed it, Ateneo winning in a 3-set fashion. Haven't seen Domingo here. It's Carandang whom Coach George Pascua chose to start today. Clemente. And I remember Sydney's report in that last game against UST. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sydney, but she was talking about, you know, said having a little bit of a tough time balancing school activities as of late, you know, because of all the exams and all of that, which has contributed also to a little bit of a dip of her performance. Again, we always, well, not always, but we sometimes forget the student part of the student-athlete phrase. You know? These are things that you guys used to deal with every day. It's tough while you're playing at the high level in the UAAP, as Clemente is unable to score there. Inoo will go cross court. Saga pops it up. Tiamzon will approach and put it away.
Great rally there from both teams.
There will be a Gatorade-fueled spike of the game from the veteran Tin Tiamzon. Started this season off the bench.
DLSU missing the presence of Des Cheng, but still 7 points up here in the second set. Tin Tiamzon, Luna doing a great job covering that outside position, and the consistent Jolina De La Cruz on the service area has constantly been giving FEU a hard time when it comes to receiving. And no matter how big of the run, boom, you know, it can be 8 points now, but later on, you never know. With FEU and DLSU right now, maganda ang gising ng parehong team, and any team is capable to come back no matter how big the deficit is from the opponent.
She may have 2 service errors, but she now has 6 service aces, 10 points on 3 attacks. She also has 1 block earlier. The first block of LaSalle came from her. Clemente keeps it alive. Jolina from behind. Off the fingertips of the blockers. And she's also scoring from behind, so that's 11 points for her. A Gatorade hydration checkpoint right now, and the biggest lead for LaSalle at 9, 14-5.
FEU really having difficulty in their first ball reception. They have their spikers lined up in front. Jelka Yuna is using them, but they have to start with a good first ball.
Third service error, though, for Jolina De La Cruz. And then again, another long service error, but and that's what happens pagka
high risk,
loading,
no?
yes.
High risk, high reward talaga siya mag-serve. Like a while ago in the first set, wala talaga siyang fear.
Yeah.
Kahit 24 na yung kalaban, basta siya ipapakawala na yung service niya.
Walang in-between, ano? Point for FEU to cut the lead down to 7. That's a long one. Almost dropped at the corner, but sails out.
Looked like it was dropping. I would have called that inside if I didn't see the line there. But, you know, boom, Jolina De La Cruz was the one who started that run by DLSU in the first set. But it was also Heather Ginoo who started with her services, getting back that FEU in the scoreboard after that technical timeout.
Speaking of, our second one of the set, and LaSalle is ahead, back at 9. We're watching the UAAP on SNA and on Liga, and in the absence of Laika Ebon, the players have stepped up, including the other rookie, Franz Ronquillo.
You know, coming from the bench room, 6 points is a big number for someone like Ronquillo. You know, you play cold off the bench, sub ka ni Coach George every time he needs another spiker in front, and she's doing a great job contributing the points for FEU. She was the second scorer in that game versus UST. She had 6 points, 5 from attacks and 1 from blocks.
May Luna now for LaSalle has given them their biggest lead in any set. 17 to 10. 17 to 7 rather.
Another serve boom from another service ace from DLSU. Now it's a different girl, Tin Kiamzon, helping out the DLSU Lady Spikers.
18-7 is our score.
Timeout, FEU.
Ang game plan natin, walang bibitaw sa receive. Hindi pumapalo si LaSalle. Ang ginagawa nila yung sineserve, kinakargahan nila. Kasi alam niya, pag naka-receive tayo, mahirapan din tayong lakin. Bakit hindi natin pagbutihin yung receive? Ang layo yung girls mo nang gagalingan ng bola. Ready lang tayo kagad. Expected natin yung bola lagi pupunta sa atin. Di ba? Napaka-unfair naman, magsiservice sa kalaban. Matatalo tayo dahil sa service. Baban tayo.
A great point there from Coach George in that first set. FEU had more attack points, boom, and you have to credit that to their good first ball. LaSalle wasn't serving that tough as compared to how they are in the second set. Kaya naman, nababasa na ng blockers ng DLSU itong atake ng FEU because of the inconsistent first ball. And Coach George knows this, knows his girls more, and pleading with them na kailangan nila receive because they have to get back into this second set.
Good timeout by Coach George, breaking that serving momentum of Tin Kiamzon, who has 2 service aces and 8 points so far for LaSalle. De La Cruz, in the meantime, leads all scorers with 11 in this game. Carandang puts it away on the gift. Still some ground to cover for FEU, but can be done. And of course, even if you lose the set, you don't want to give the set. Now, Michelle, you have to fight back so you have more momentum going into set number 3. Luna, what a smart move.
Luna.
Seeing that donut hole at the defense of FEU.
Some variation over on the side of DLSU in terms of their attacks. Karandang, I always enjoy watching Karandang play. You know, she's very passionate. Whenever she gets that point, may it be a strong block or a tip ball, you always see that talagang gustong-gusto niya yung ginagawa niya. And she's been constantly helping FEU ever since the first set. She's getting involved in blocking and in attacking and is getting on the scoreboard together with her other teammates.
In her rookie year, I remember I thought she was like some sort of an understudy for Remy Palma. You know, they both, you know, had that attitude when they played, and it just seemed like she was trying to be, you know, like the ate. Remy, of course, we all know she had her own battles with De La Salle, as you see Carly Hernandez on your screens. The lead is 10 for DLSU with another good server from the team, Hitchcock. Karandang again. De La Cruz again. Duremdes able to save that with the get. Gunsanya. Oh, sorry, that was Cobb who chased the ball and still got the point. Was May Luna. As LaSalle is coasting here in the second set.
That set by Michelle Cobb, boom, was way off of the net. Missed time there by May Luna, but with the help of the net, you've seen her roll shot a while ago, that off-speed shot, and that well-placed hit by May Luna. Back-to-back points for her.
An FEU point as they continue to go to Karandang here. 21-11. Luna on your screens. Michelle Cobb. Those are the numbers for her. The DLSU. The presence of the one who mentored her, Kim Fajardo, who's here in the event. Steins on the running attack. Agudo, chance play. Chance ball, rather. FEU down 10 here. Inoue gets that one. The biggest lead of this set was 11. 21-10 now. FEU trying to crawl back.
Well, Once again, boom, you see Karandang doing her job. Aduki Agoncania not being able to run after Heather Ginoo because she constantly goes in. And may threat sa gitna and nawawalan talaga ng timing yung mga blockers ng DLSU whenever she enters and makes an attempt to spike.
That one lands in though. Agoncania one-on-one with Karandang. Dipped back for a point. Luna with a sharp serve. Ronquillo with a great first ball. Agoncania keeps it up. Saga will set it to De La Cruz, and she still is able to score on a manufactured cut shot. 11, make that 12 points for the rookie.
Efficiency is the name of the game of DLSU in this second set. Not only do they score with power, but they're scoring with those loose balls that are coming at them. Yung pag-adjust na talaga nila mid-game is what's commendable with the second set performance.
Chance for FEU here. Back set to Agudo. Somebody touched the net. It is Tiamzon, called by Oliver Mora, our second referee. So FEU down 10. But LaSalle is 2 points away from equalizing in this match.
Being one set up, if you're FEU, boom, you want to make a run in this second set. You know, even though LaSalle is 2 points away, puhunan mo yung energy na ipapasok mo sa third set. You have to start it right now because that's what will carry on when you start the third set.
I believe that na hindi mo talaga pwedeng ipamigay. You will carry that momentum, pati yung pagiging mababa, madadala mo sa kabila. Now we are at set point, and LaSalle coming back emphatically here in set number 2. And mostly it was from their serving. And we'll see the numbers later on. This will be a LaSalle set, so we're tied 1-1. As LaSalle and their hopes to be the number 2 team and a twice-to-beat advantage still alive here in season 81. We will be back with more.